A great call. Great call. Great time in the game. A lot of those third and longs went a whole bunch of different ways, but I knew coming into this game we had to make some plays on third down. And there were a lot of times where they made plays. We just ended up making the plays when we needed to. And so, hell of a catch and way to execute in the heat of the moment by AJ, and even on some of those other third downs too. Um, Catching that one on the sideline. I think there were two on the sideline, if I recall. They were really big in the game, but it was a collective, and I think we still ironing things out. We still are going to be critical of ourselves, but it's good to be critical when we're winning.
Yo, what's going on? I know I look a little different. I want to try something that's different. So hey, this is Keith from Black Quarterback Series. We got a lot to talk about. I think y'all know who I'm gonna start with. Let's get into it. So hey, as you know, my name is Keith. I do Black Quarterback Series, and we're gonna start with Philly. So there's a lot of hubbub or BS talked about Jalen Hurts and how he ain't this and how he ain't that and blase and everything about Jalen Hurts. And I always believed in him. But we're going to address some of the other things first, then we're going to get to Jalen Hurts today. First of all, first thing that my friend texted me, because everybody knows the Vikings are my pick to be in to make the Super Bowl. And first thing that I got text early that Sunday morning was JJ needs to come back. And I agree. I never was a believer in Carson Wentz. You can go back to my older videos, how I was never really a believer in Carson Wentz. And he showed why he's never a believer. He's not a starting quarterback in this league. So at the end of the game, I saw they had 6 red zone possessions. They had 1 touchdown and 5 field goals. If they score 2 touchdowns in that, they win. I think they win going away. Carson Wentz is just not the guy. He has some decent throws, but he's not the guy. We've known that since he got hurt in 2017. So, but let's get to Jalen. Jalen was 19 for 23, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. Smith and AJ had some phenomenal days. Devontae was 9 receptions, 183 yards, a touchdown. AJ 4 receptions, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just a masterclass, bro. Just a masterclass. I say all the time, and I wrote it down. Jalen Hurts is a master conductor. When Jalen Hurts is able to sit back, figure it out, here go here, you go here, I go here, I'm going to run it here, we're going to tush push here. He's a master conductor. And that's what makes him a top 5 quarterback. When they rolling, they rolling. When they not rolling, even Jalen does his best to stay in the game. And I didn't hear much chatter about Jalen today being Monday. I didn't see much BS about Jalen today being Monday that I'm recording this. Like, they play good, they don't talk about you. You play bad, they talk about you. So, Jalen don't care. But shout out to Philly. They got it done. This is a good win. But I will say that Vikings secondary and that Vikings defense is not as good as we thought it would be. Excuse my ignorance, but I think they got some injuries on that side of the ball, and just not as good as we thought they would be. Just not as good as we thought they would be. But shout out to Philly, and they rolling. They needed this type of game. They needed this type of game, a get back right game, a feel good about the offense game, because I know I came out here last week and said they need to trade AJ, and I still believe that eventually they're going to have to trade AJ Brown and make a decision between him or Devontae. They're going to have to make that decision eventually, but when they playing like this, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to even think about that type of thing. So, great day. Hopefully this propels them into a good winning streak to get halfway through, to get the, I wouldn't say second half of the season because I don't think we had the halfway mark yet, but the colder seasons of the season, because it's starting to get cold, and this is when buckle your trench strap football start, and I think that's going to favor Philly. So shout out to Philly. I'm very impressed. One of my teams had to be good since Baltimore is terrible. And while we talking about Baltimore, so it's Monday afternoon. Lamar Jackson did not practice today. So as I'm editing this, it might change. I might put something in here. But yo, what's going on, guys? It's Future Keys here, editing. And I realized that the Ravens played the Dolphins next Thursday, not this Sunday. Um, so I just took the whole thing out. All I'm going to say is there's a good chance that they will lose to the Bears if Lamar Jackson does not play. And I absolutely want that to happen because they can probably get Harbaugh fired. So, with that being said, let's move on to Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel didn't even have that decent of a game. I mean, I don't even think he passed for over 100 yards. Let's go. Yeah, he was 13 for 18, 116 yards, and no touchdowns, no interceptions. This was a major defensive game. I saw some of the game, but I didn't do as extensive as I would need to make a big judgment. But watching it live, on Red Zone, they scored 4 or 5 of these touchdowns by other means. Pick six, touchdown. What's his name? Tua threw a terrible interception at the goal line. Like more bad Minnesota, more bad Miami than great Cleveland. So, and honestly, I don't even want Shador to play at this point. And so it's rumors that Shador might play the last 4 games of the season. And I don't want that. I really don't want that. I have no interest in Shador playing the last 4 games of the season. This team is an absolute dumpster fire, and I don't want Shador nowhere near it. I know I've been saying for weeks that the Jets game is the game that we need to watch for Shador. But man, I kind of don't even want to see him play there because I don't want him to get battered. So, and speaking of the Jets, our guy Justin Fields was benched again for Tyrod Taylor, who played decent. Um, I think that's it for him as a starter. I think Justin Fields is going to be a floater at this point now. I don't know if y'all remember Terrell Pryor, where Terrell Pryor was the starter for the Raiders, and then he ended up bouncing around. Then he ended up changing positions, and then he was out of the league. I can kind of see that for Justin Fields, but the difference, and I guess NFL players don't want this. You can go to the spring league. I think Justin Fields would be absolutely great in the spring league, preferably playing for the Battlehawks. But I would love to see him play in that environment, a lower level, but I think he could shine there. I really think Justin Fields could shine there, but the money ain't as good. Most players would rather be a backup in the NFL than a starter in the XFL, which kind of sucks. But because you don't really get a chance to play, and we don't get to see you. But I would love to see Justin Fields in a lower level, at the very least, so he can learn and get some confidence back, right? But that's what that is. I think Justin Fields' days of like us thinking that he's gonna be a starter, I think they're done. I still think he's talented. I still think he deserves to be in the NFL, but the progression, he hasn't progressed enough. And also, he's probably regressed considering he's with this bad organization. And even when he was with the great organization in Pittsburgh, I think I said all last year, there just wasn't much. There wasn't like there wasn't an in it that I was looking for as far as Justin Fields, as far as throwing the ball down the field. So he'll be in the NFL for a long time. I just don't think he'll be a starter at this point. Just like that thing about Dylan Gabriel. Like I said last week, I think Dylan Gabriel will be a solid backup for his career. So, speaking of guys who I guess were number one overall picks, high level draft picks, Cam Ward. Now, I was gonna sit there and come in here and tell y'all I'm a little nervous about Cam Ward, but I refuse to do that because the Titans are bad. If we get to the point at this point in the season, next season, and Cam Ward hasn't got any better, then we'll have that conversation. But I have a hard time getting on a rookie, like almost halfway through his first season, and being like, oh, he trash, right? And we've seen some flashes. They got to develop a running game. When they was able to run the ball and like give Cam some gimmies, he looked a lot better. He was able to take the top off. But when you just like Cam throw the ball, he's not good at that yet. Cam was 25 for 34, 255 yards, touchdown and interception, and a terrible fumble that led to a touchdown. He has 5 fumbles this season, and we only 8 games in. That cannot happen. If anything else is gonna get you out this league, it's gonna be turning the football over, and I don't like seeing that. But like, I'm not mad at Cam Ward yet. I wrote it down. Cam Ward needs a running game. He really needs a running game because as we move on to a guy who also needed a running game in his his rookie year, Dak Prescott. I don't have Dak Prescott's numbers with me. Do I have Dak Prescott's numbers with me? I don't have Dak Prescott's numbers with me as I look them up. But Dak is in MVP conversations right now for how well he's running this offense. And I think one of the reasons he's running this offense so well, excuse me as I'm looking down trying to get Dak's numbers, is because this Cowboys offense looks like I forgot what year he was a rookie. That rookie year. Dak was 21 for 30, 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. And who is this? Javonte Williams rushed for 116 yards, a touchdown on 19 carries. CeeDee Lamb was a monster, 5 receptions, 110 touchdown. And Pickens showed up 4 receptions, 82 yards. So, like, the offense is humming. I'm talking about, now granted, they played our guy Jaden. They played our guy Jaden, and then Jaden ended up getting hurt. But I think Jaden got hurt in the third quarter. Like, they was running away. I think they were going to run away with that game either way. If Dak Prescott can find a way to get to 11 or 12 wins, which I don't know if that's mathematically possible right now, but if he can win the division and get to at least 10 wins, I think there's a strong case to be made that he deserves to be MVP. And I never thought I would say that about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has been excellent this year. Like, I don't know. Like, it ain't like Dak got all world talent. But like, to me, he's had a better O-line than this before. He's had a better running game than this before. There's a case to be made that he's had better receivers than this before. But like, I don't know. Sometimes you just bottle it up. It's like the 2015 Cam Newton, where it's just like everything goes right. And he's feeling really, really good about himself right now. And I saw something where he hasn't even thrown 3 interceptions yet, and he's on some list with some guys. Like, if I can find it, I saw it on Facebook. Adam Schefter reported it. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. But Dak is in some rare air right now. Like, I'm so proud of Dak. Like, Dak gonna mess around, and you know what? It's coming up to a contract year again. Okay, Dak. I see you. I see you about that money. So I think we're coming up to another contract year with Dak. And the Raiders are going to break the bank to get him. I think Dak would be wonderful in Vegas. But I think the Cowboys are going to pay him again. I think the Cowboys might pay him again. If he's going to play like this, he's always been good in the regular season. I'm not sitting here saying Dak hasn't been good in the regular season. But if he's going to play at this level in the regular season with all these weapons in this running game, we talking about something different that Dak hasn't been. So, it's the Cowboys, it's Big D. It remains to be seen. He could do all this and still flame out in the playoffs, but it remains to be seen. So one of Dallas's rivals, Green Bay. So, Green Bay versus the Cardinals is a very weird thing for me. Let me get their numbers out the way. Excuse me. So, Jordan Love was 19 for 29. 179 yards, a touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, 25 for 36, 279 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett, you can look at Jacoby. I was talking to my uncle. I was watching this at his house. You look at Jacoby Brissett, and I looked at my uncle, and I said, you don't think Shador can do this? Jacoby Brissett is what Shador is. I think Shador is a souped-up version. And I'm going to live by this until Shador proves me wrong. Shador Sanders is a rich man's Jacoby Brissett. Ever since I've been watching him, he feels like Jacoby Brissett to me. Like, people were giving the Tom Brady comps, and I feel like I'm the only one in the space. And I'll say in the space, don't nobody know me yet. But I feel like I'm the only one in the space that's making that comp. Like, the bodies are not the same. I think Jacoby's a little bigger. But, like, as far as the not being able to run really well but can still run, I think Shador's more accurate. The demeanor, the I've been here before and I'm gonna give it to you. And obviously Shador has more swag, but like Shador could do this. I really feel like Shador could do that, but Jacoby Brissett was excellent to be a backup. Playing with backups and almost beat one of the best teams in the NFL, that shows me that the Cardinals might be something when they get everybody healthy. But I don't know. Do you keep Brissett in there? Now, I don't think Brissett is a starter. I think he's a high level backup. He's one of the best backups in the league. But when Kyler comes back, is there a controversy there? Because you were in this game. You were in this game to the very last minute, right? Um, or is Green Bay has fallen back down to earth. Green Bay has fallen back down to earth. Funny enough, the Colts just got back to who the Colts used to be. I can't believe they beat the Chargers. Um, so is Green Bay worse than we think, or is the Cardinals better than we think? Because talking to my uncle and his homeboy again, uh, these teams are virtually equal, and you wouldn't have said that week 3 or 4. And I don't know if it's has the league caught up to Jordan. Um, is Green Bay not as good as we think they are? Like I know they won, and you can never take nothing away from a win. But Green Bay got a lot of questions to answer right now because Detroit is coming. Detroit is for real. I don't care if Detroit lose tonight against the Bucks. Detroit is real. So also, I'm sure I did a video on probably both Monday night games. Go check that out. It'd be at the end of at the card. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about Green Bay. I don't know about Green Bay. I know I don't cover Green Bay much because I just be having so much to talk about. But I don't know. I don't know if Green Bay is who we think they are. But I guess we'll see. And so, not quarterback, not black quarterback related, but it was definitely football related. The Oh yeah, speaking of that Cowboys game, I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place for y'all today. The I wrote down in my other notes right here. Why are the Washington Commanders running Jaden like he's healthy? When he came back, when my bad guys, I had technical difficulties. Um, Jaden Daniels. Why are we running powers and swings and all these other type of like QB runs when our guy's already hampered with a knee injury? Now the hamstring was on the like y'all can see my hamstring. The hamstring was on the other leg. But like why are we running this with a hampered quarterback to begin with? I don't like that. It's like when Mahomes tried to run that quarterback sneak and hurt his knee that was already hurt. And Andy Reid never ran that again. Right. Also, shout out to Kansas City. They absolutely destroyed the Raiders. Like I said last week, it's time for Geno to go sit down, and it's time for them to move on. But I don't like that. Like, you're putting more stress on his body. You're putting more stress on his body, but he's hurt already. And then now you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's hurt. Of course he's hurt. So if I'm the owners, if I'm the minority owners or something, I'm not a fan of people like stepping in and like, putting their foot down when it comes to like football matters. But if I'm the owner, I'm going down there and be like, hey, we can't keep running Jaden like this when he's already hurt. You're messing the money up. You're messing the commodity up. This is our franchise guy. We haven't had a quarterback this good since Kirk Cousins and RG3. Like, this season hasn't went the way we wanted it to go because we haven't had our leader. So, like, our leader and our top receiver and our top free agent acquisition, all three have been hurt in Jaden, Debo, and Scary Terry. Like, all of these guys have been hurt this year. So, it's not just Jaden. But for y'all to run Jaden on, like, sweeps and powers, it's like, what are we doing? And Jaden already is a slender dude. So, there's no reason to be running him like this. So, as I'm coming up on like 20 minutes, I don't know what it's gonna look like when I cut it. I got a different video for you guys this week. So, due to popular demand, you guys are gonna get 2 movie reviews this week. I've been asked to do a video on him and a video on any given Sunday. My brother has been on my ass about watching any given Sunday for like 3 years. So I'm just gonna do a double feature. I'm just gonna do a double feature. That video will be out Thursday. Now I don't know if it'll be a regular video like this or it'll just be me holding the phone. But I'll definitely have notes on both video, both. I definitely have notes on both movies, and we're gonna break down both movies, and we're gonna look, and I'm gonna chill, and enjoy both movies, and yeah. So you guys are gonna get a movie review from me because I think both of these movies are, obviously they're both football related. So, because I've been requested and bullied, you guys are gonna get both of those. So, any given Sunday, and him, I'm gonna watch him first, and then I'm gonna watch every given Sunday. I'm gonna do my best to watch them back to back. Because if I don't watch them back to back, I probably won't watch them at all. So, let me know if y'all want that to be a thing for me. If I because I've watched no football movies. Any football movie you suggest, I've never seen it. Cause I'm not a movie guy. I'm not a movie person. So, let me know what you guys think of your teams. What do you think the Vikings should do? Are the Colts serious? Didn't get a chance to talk about the New York Giants giving up a 19-point lead. How do you feel about Scatterboo? How do you feel about Dart? I'm like, that's probably one of the best stories in the league. Baker Mayfield MVP campaign. It's a lot to talk about, man. Like, I only got a finite time with you guys. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace. Go check the video out from Monday though. Peace.